Bad luck. Us having to go through there. Three Eyes gang up ahead. Went around lost and lonely to beat us there. Strange how a warlord such as Three-Eye Red-Eye would be focused on us. I would assume grander purposes for a wasteland power such as him. Agreed. He doesn't appear to have a plan as how to murder us ASAP. Back in the day, I was told never approach a dangerous situation without knowledge of the danger. Obvious advice, but some people needed it. Like our illustrious Peralta, for example. He is a unique specimen. I have yet to meet anyone who has had a direct desire to travel through Rittler's Pass without a caravan. His motives border on mania, based on our previous encounters on the road. The Peralta wishes to take the fastest route. A blessed one is not to be argued with. We go through. You'd walk all of us into a wall of guns on both sides for that rich bastard. You and Heathcliff, willing to die for a stranger? He is not stranger. He is a blessed one, touched by Emon Pater, and he is to be listened to, as are all blessed ones. You have spoken prior of this blessing. I have yet to see any tangible evidence of such divine activity. Would you provide an example from my logbook? Never! Not to a heathen who abuses his flesh for the amusement of steel beasts. Steel beasts? Intriguing. I have never heard of such creatures in the wasteland, though my covenant has prayed for techno-angels to descend upon us. You pray for such beasts? They are monsters. Abused creatures made of dark magics. They know only death and destruction. Your vocalization indicates you have encountered them. I've had moments like that before, when a memory is too real to just fade away through all the haze of other bad memories. Whatever thoughts you have, just know, this could be the last chance you get to release them, even if it's to a couple of strangers like us. When I was smaller, my people lived on the far side of the Promethean swamps. We were secluded. No creature could make it through without it burning in the holy liquid. I remember one day Malik, a warrior, he came back without his arm. He screamed on and on about the steel creatures coming this way, until we saw them in the distance. Our whole village could not fell one, and if it were not for my mother and Heathcliff, I would be dead, with my people in the sky palaces. I'm sorry to hear that. It changes nothing. I have been given a task by the Peralta and the Aemon, to travel with him until he or I pass. And how did you meet Peralta? I know Thryfex was just brought on in Blackburn, and Hago just kind of showed up. But you knew him before. He found me in the ruins of my village, offered me purpose in exchange for service. If he could get through the swamps without the shag beast, he's a worthy creature to die for. Well, thank you for sharing, I guess. Throne, that sounds awful, coming from me. Therapy with a mutant and a cyborg. Don't forget the witch, brother. In the spirit of whatever our collective is, I feel as though our scarred friend should share some of his past. After all, our backgrounds are mutant, cyborg, and witch. I only hope you don't envy us for having to wear our origins on the outside. Listen, witch, I was trying to do a nice thing for the mutant. Throne above knows she's got a bad lot the same as you. Even in your defense, you still see her as a mutant, and me a witch. Of course I do! I've read the stories of what rogue witches and psychers can do, and what's more, I've seen it in action. You both are nice enough for a witch and a mutant, but between the two of us, I'd sleep better knowing that you couldn't pop my head with yours. The iron walls, they leave a touch on anyone inside. I sense you have seen too much for one so young, and that your life was never truly your own. Guardian? Your people are only good as food. How? What are you talking about? The Guardians. They came out everywhere once in a while to cull us. Rarely they succeeded, and we had a feast afterward. Not that, the witch. How do you know all of that? The weird gifts us all with strange abilities. I can see echoes of your life, the ocean of stars, the iron cage of Karth, a tunnel filled with horrors and the corpses of friends. I can hear the command to fire upon you said by a dead man. He's dead? That's something you shouldn't know. As before I became another waster. If I may, the advice given to Warshak is useful in this situation as well. Fair point, robot. I could be dead tomorrow just like the old commissar. I was a soldier. 259th something or other. I was nabbed outside of my work on another planet, given a rank and an ID number, and sent into the belly of a troop carrier. I was sent here, to Karth, back during the Warren offensive a few years back. I was put in charge of one of the main tunnel junctions, meant to stop anyone from below from coming up. Did that for 3 months without a rotation, and when I got word from command, they told me to sit tight and help was on its way. They weren't. Our unit was stationed there as bait. 300 men. Bait. As soon as I learned that, I stole a flyer, managed to make it just outside the walls before the commissar ordered me shot down. Now I'm here, spilling my guts to 3 people I would have been ordered to kill a year ago. Though I will say, without all that bullshit, I never would have met Heathcliff. And I never would have been given the option to leave. Is that what the Peralter promised you? Oh yeah, a one-way ticket to anywhere in the subsector, economy class. Worth a trip through Rittler's Pass just to get out of here. So you too would walk through a gun wall to get your desires? Well, shit. You got me there. At this point, it's a win-win. I get off this planet, or I get off this mortal coil. Such is life in the wasteland. I can only wish for a quick death to you all. Nicest thing I've ever been told by a witch. A quick death to you too. A quick death for us all. Save for Heathcliff. He will outlive us, I am sure.